just a short introduction to today's agenda because we are a little bit late, so I'll do it faster. First of all, we have short presentation on how your and our schools handle e-waste. So we'll start with our school, and then your students are going to do their presentations. But
Igor, and my name is JJ. If you don't know me, I was the guy who held your door yesterday, so you're welcome.
And we made a presentation for you on how our school helps the school take care of e-waste. We all heard this 1,000th time, but you'll hear it at least once more. So what's e-waste? E-waste are old or broken the electronic devices or some parts like mobile phones, motherboards and similar things. Takes care of e-waste. So first, our school collects some old electronic devices. We have actually a lot. There's some batteries, some keyboards and similar things. So also after that, after we collect some items, we sort them all and then we send them to proper recycling center.
As my friend Srimas already said, we have so many batteries, as you can see clearly, and
the paper shouldn't be there, of course.
Yes.
It's not battery. I don't know why.
I didn't put it there, so just so you know. And at the end of our school year, we send at the end of our school year, we send them these batteries to our companies, and the companies wouldn't live without us, or the school wouldn't be anything without us, our students. So we also have many recycling bins, right somewhere right there, but it doesn't matter now. In my elementary school, we used to collect old paper, and that used to be a competition. So we used to compete who was the best class of recycling, and I never won that title. So unfortunately, not lowland, Pannonian lowland. So it's flat all around, so it's kind of boring. So what we did, we made our only mountain that's full of trash. But as you can see on this picture, it looks very dirty, but actually it doesn't stink at all. So it's located, like you can see on picture, it's located like 300 meters out of city boundaries. So it doesn't stink at all for some reason, but I do not complain. And the same method is used at Croatia's coastline, like in Porridge or other cities, and it's very effective because it doesn't stink at all and nobody complains about it.
Today I will talk about how we manage and reuse e-waste at our school in Metal. First, we collect our e-waste at our electric and electronical department, and the people in this department take the parts that we don't use that they can use actually, like transistors, capacitors, and some stuff like that, and they can use those parts in new projects.
Our IT department chooses the e-waste, and the ones that we can't use, we are using them for teaching new students the PC components like the motherboard or like the graphic card, like that we are teaching our new students PC components in IT department. Yes, okay, here we have a video, but we can't show it, I think.
Yeah, in the video, the man is talking about this device.
Yes, he says it's working, and it's an example for reusing. It was using for something else, but we take the parts that are working and we make something else from them. We reused it.
And every year we attend competitions like Technofest. This is our electrical car, and this is our autonomous car named Vitality. We use some electronical device and sensors in here. This is a 3D lidar, a GPS, battery and electronic controller, motor controller. I want to tell you about the motor controllers story. We normally it's broken, but we decided to fix it because this is expensive thing. So we went Karaköy. It's place that you can find electronics and you can fix electronics, and we fix our controller in here. And also our battery, everyone said in school our battery is dead, but we didn't give up. We give some shocks with electrical, and we can use these batteries right now. And here are cars, and how can we did this? Thank you.
Okay, the parts that we cannot use again, they are sent to recycling centers in Istanbul. So we support, we are trying to protect the environment, and we support sustainability. Please, next. In Itumatal, we are trying to give a second chance to old components, the dead components. This is our goal, to reuse, recycle, and respect the planet. Thank you for listening.
School's role in sustainability, and we made this PowerPoint about our country's moves in air-waste and being sustainable about the ecological things, and that's what our school can do and what it does already. Press it again. Press it again.
What do you mean?
That was a filler PPT because I downloaded the template. Never mind. So we already know what e-waste is and what are the examples of e-waste. So I guess we can skip this slide, but it's really the same what I could find on Wikipedia. The global e-waste problem is also thought over by now on this Erasmus program. I found this information about that over 50 million tons of e-waste is produced every year worldwide, and only the 20% of it is produced over or around 60,000 and 70,000 tons of e-waste every year. And a recycling system exists, but it's not that fast, and it's still low because we started it a few years because our government was led, but we have it and we are trying to improve it with everything we can. The government and local councils organize days when we put out the electrical waste and they bring it to collectors or everything or around the technical school, trains students in IT and electronics, which makes it possible to students know what is e-waste and to learn about it and to make sure that they use their components and electronics properly, so it doesn't damage anything about the economy and around. An eco school, which means that we make everything possible, so our economic is conscious. Our school is conscious about the economy. Students are more aware of the waste, and to teach about repair, reuse, and recycled components, and join clubs. And e-waste is a growing problem, but also an opportunity to act responsible. And that's it. They are the references and sources that I use the information of. And thank you for your attention.
Everyone, we are students from the Vigova Secondary High School in Ljubljana. My name is Tia. I'm 17 years old. I'm attending third year of the computer science program. In my free time, I enjoy participating in both performative and traditional arts. And I will allow all of my other members to also introduce themselves. So we're already well acquainted of, and I'll just quickly gloss over the most important things. So e-waste is an umbrella term that encompasses all waste produced by electronic devices, batteries, wires, or literally anything that can have electric current, going through it. So the reason why it's very important that we discard of e-waste properly is because e-waste often includes materials and elements that may be dangerous to humans, especially if it comes to contact with our airways, respiratory systems, or just anything else.
So now we're gonna talk about why proper management.
So why proper collection matters? Because e-waste can contain a lot of materials that can seep into the ground, drinking water, or even air. And also we can recover a lot of valuable materials such as metals like silver, gold, or platinum.
So how we collect e-waste at our school? So at our school the process is quite straightforward. We have multiple collection points. So there are two clear boxes that conveniently disappeared right when we went.
But they were there when
they were there. We promised they were there. They just
kickoff meeting.
yes. At that time, our professor took them to a company, Block DO, which specializes in recycling stuff, more specifically e-waste. We also have big containers that has non-toxic e-waste and also some other waste like computer cases and stuff like that. We also have we have paper boxes for DVDs, tapes, and printer cartridges, and all students participate. Everyone is able to have to be mined somewhere in Uganda, but now you can just recycle it. And also they also prevent unsafe dumping and environmental harm.
Prove all of what we already do. We can make collection points in the middle for visibility, which will make more students see that we are collecting e-waste. We can make posters listing that show accepted items like batteries and CDs, and non-accepted items like electronic machines. Thank you for your attention.
The motto for today's challenge is design the system, spark the change. And on your tables, so today's brief is that you have to design improved e-waste collection and disposal system. First, you have all of these key elements, so none of the teams make confusion like last time when you have. With 50%, we will give you points for system design if you provide a diagram or flow chart. Then about locations and collection points.
Use like old components and old parts that were taken from a computer.
But he usually say that what are the biggest obstacles.
This is my paper.
We are going to show you our ideas of how we can reduce and reuse e-waste in our school. First, our ideas. To create an extracurricular activity, educate the students on how e-waste is bad for the environment in a way we are doing here now, but with students from our school. Organize a competition in which every class will be one team. In the entire school will
collect the trash and compete which one has the most trash but in kilograms.
First, how our team went on about creating the system. First, we thought about the current issues at our schools about e-waste. Then we take a look at the system and we take a look at the system on our schools. So we look at the benefits and the negative things about our school in e-waste. Start with the first one, lack of awareness. There is a problem about the awareness. People are unaware about things. They don't know, so we have solutions about the awareness of this e-waste.
Our, I guess, contractor relationships with recycling partners. So there aren't, the schools aren't organized enough with the organization partners, which may cause issues, as then taking all the trash and getting it to the site might cause difficulties. And of course, the next problem we recognized is a lack of convenience.
The first problem is lack of awareness. Our solution is to put up posters about e-waste all over the school, and they would contain detailed information about the dangers and the impact of e-waste on the climate.
We were thinking of placing QR codes that will transfer you to a website that contains detailed and in-depth explanations of what e-waste is and how it impacts the environment around us, and the steps that we can take to improve our
checked with the recycling partner we made an example here what we would do in Osijek for a local organization that takes care of that, which is Unicom. We would we will organize that presentations of the e-waste that we make in the school, that we will organize the transportation once or twice annually, and also whenever the school needs, and some additional containers around the school. That's going to take approximately 2 months. For step 2, we're going to form a contract, as I said, with the recycling organization, and that's going to take approximately 1 month.
We'll also decide on an organization committee which will be in charge of spearheading the events such as the e-week and other competitions regarding e-waste collections amongst the students. All that together should take about a month. After those things are in place, we can go on about creating and putting up signage and posters around the school. The cost tally will vary based on the size of the schools, as we decided to put up bins in like halls. So if a school is bigger, of course, it will require having more bins, more posters. If the school is smaller, it will require less posters, less bins. Thank you.
Hello to everyone, and this is our team. It's called Fenerbahce Sport from Turkey. Yes. And we are going to talk about e-waste recycling system. So, if you don't have any questions, we can start.
What are the obstacles to recycling? First, and the biggest problem is the lack of awareness. Many people don't even bother with recycling, and that's what's hurting the most. Second is limited access to disposal points, especially for elderly and people living outside the city that don't have anywhere to dispose of their e-waste. Costing logistics, so e-waste recycling plants cost a lot to make, and spread awareness. As I said, it's the biggest problem, and we are gonna stick to this the most. First one is make a website. So most of us are IT guys, so we can make a website for.
How could we encourage more students to participate in e-waste and recycling? First, they could make competitions. So we would, because we're all very competitive, so that would encourage more people to actually work on the recycling.
How can we solve the lack of awareness? And I want to show a little demo. It's not a real Python website, but we do this with graphics in the short time. This is the trash. You can dispose and collect this old batteries, dead batteries, and some components in here, and you can use this QR code, and you can your name, class, and gram, and then you submit. That the system gives you a point, and it makes you the competitions. Firstly, we want to make competitions with classes, and the winner competition with schools to school. And this is the information about the competition. Thank you.
Basically, but as he said, we want to level up our recycling by competing. So I'm going to show you an example. So let's say I have one battery and I want to put it in the recycling bill so I can score points for my class. So we are going to get some award for it because we are very competitive at this. So I will take this battery, put it here, I'll like pretend this is a website, and I will put my information like my name, JJ, I'll put my class, technician for mechatronics, second year, and about, I don't know, 50 grams of one battery. So this is like, and I will score maybe like 5 points for my class. And the end of the year, we'll see on timeline later. So I will not spoil it, but at the end of the year, all points count, and we will get a winner. So
the difference between other projects and us, we use a website and QR code, but others just collect them, and there is no competition.
We're thinking about implementing during the whole school year, starting in September, where we're going to launch our campaign, introduce collection points, and distribute educational materials. During the period from October to May, we are going to do monthly updates and ongoing collection, and we are going to create mini workshops. And during the last month of the school year, we are going to organize class competitions, and then school-wide finals and final city events. And here on the right side, you can see some visuals that can be helpful in interacting with this kind of teams. The event is going to be recycling goods and signage, which is going to be low cost, and the average budget is going to be small prizes for class winners and moderate for school and city winners. We didn't set the right.
Thank you.
Okay, welcome to our presentation on our about our innovative e-waste disposal method proposition. We are Team 4, also known as Team Crab. Let's begin.
E-waste awareness campaigns, posters around the school, school match, over the PE system.
So when we were thinking about this, we thought modularly. So stuff that doesn't necessarily need to be done all in order, since everything before us, it's all connected, and that means that if something isn't done, everything else also fails. So well, we started simple with you can have posters around the school or posts on the school websites or school social media, example Instagrams, and the schools that have PA systems could also have announcements. So this is the part of the competition.
All right, so now we have a bit of a, how do I say it, artistic representation of some of the milestones we suggested for the competition. So the plan was to have every class, all of them students, try to collect as much e-waste as possible. As you see, I have it here as 1 kilogram of e-waste is 1 point, so that is of the school. And we have a bit of an example on how a scoreboard would work between multiple classes, and the different rewards for how many points a class can get. As you see, for 5 points, which would be 5 kilograms of e-waste, that class can choose 1 day of the school year to not have any oral exams.
Of our competition.
Every class would be one group, and so the groups compete against each other. The first step would be to educate the students, so educate every class about e-waste. That could be, as we already said, for example, firefighters coming and telling about the danger of e-waste, or maybe doing some quizzes. And then the main part is, of course, collecting e-waste. So we try to estimate the cost of how much all of this costs, and the minimum cost would be about 500 euros, although it will probably be less than that. So we will need cardboard collection boxes, which are pretty cheap, so that doesn't even have to be included in the price, and they will be used for storing the e-waste in the competitions.
Timeline. This is mostly how, not the whole, everything as a whole, but specific parts, how long it will take. PR announcements, the announcement itself can be written out in a day and like announced at any times, multiple times in the year.
Angelina, this is Ivan, this is Dorothy, and this is Domen. So I'm gonna explain to you what our idea was. Firstly, its name is Helios Race. Why? Because Helios is a Greek god of the sun, and we have the three sun power bins that we recycle the e-waste in. So why three? Because we recycle the small, big, and the dangerous e-waste. They're also powered by AI module that has the sensors and cameras in it, and is connected to the internet and the application. The application is made for school employees and students, and it works, and it has the map of disposable bins.
Company in my town, Kansai Helios Group, which already sponsors some sports team like football and basketball, so it could maybe be a sponsor to start up the project in my school.
An example of the leaderboard in the app, you can see that we have small, big, and dangerous e-waste, and the whole tower is the total kilograms of disposed e-waste.
The annual student competition. Every class is going to compete against each other, and the leaderboard will track the progress of each student, the individual and the teams. There will be 2 stages of the competition.
Project would improve about teamwork and relationships, critical thinking and engineering thinking, ingenuity, consciousness about environment. It also be 100% sustainable, easy, fun, and rememberable.
Talk too much because if you heard, you heard. So it will be hard to create in the first place. Why? Because you need to make all of those bins, it will be expensive and everything, but it cannot be. It can be really easy to make because you can use all the spare parts you have. It could be totally renewable. You just need the knowing of programs, circuits, and everything, and students can make it with their professors. And it will be cost effective in the long run. What does that mean?
We are Team 6. As I already said today, I'm a Stribor. This is Katja, this is Dora, this is Yusuf, and this is Shoyo. So first, our name is Compi. We combined it with competition and e-waste, makes sense. And first, the problem is how are we going to make students help us recycle. Well, first we have to somehow motivate them, so we decided to make like a competition, and of course a reward for the best.
That's maybe laziness of students, not proper education, and so on. So our system main goal is to encourage students to participate into recycling.
To make it easier for our students, we made it so we gave them simple instructions, something organizing educations that are fun and creative, talk more about it in schools to inform them and show them how simple and important recycling of e-waste is.
Also, we are in this plan we are doing actual
classes for the students, 1 day per week, just to get them to know how and why is it important and how they can help.
Our system, we have a motto, it's race for the change. So it basically means that when you collect some e-waste and when you help to dispose them, or when you educate someone about e-waste, you collect some points. And with we have a system. So firstly, about system, we need to educate students about system. We will teach how they use it, we will teach how should they use it, and then we will implement those systems to schools. Maybe try in one school, divided by classes. Then students start to collect some points in the system, like every other component has different points.
We are currently in the middle of the third hackathon of this project, and so far I think I'm doing very well. So we're meant to use the parts we took from the technology we disassembled on Monday and make either a functional object or an art piece using them. So I've opted to go and make an art piece, and me and my team have made several different animals and a little coral reef for them. So the team is underwater animals. We have like crabs, jellyfish, and even a clam. And I'm quite optimistic about our chances, as there's a clear message about preserving sea life, and I think this is gonna go well.
Team 1 will be relatively brief. So what we've made is a windmill. The parts we used for it are spare PCBs, and then like the flex PCB out of the keyboard, a ventilator, then PCB, capacitors, heat sinks, there's more stuff, keycaps, yeah, motherboard. Okay, yeah, there's a few more things, but we honestly forgot. So we're obviously slightly inspired by the Eastern architecture here in Croatia, which often uses exposed stone. Sustainable, that's why we decided to create a windmill.
We do a big like mosaic, as you saw on Monday. Please sorry for spoilers, but we like it's more. We have more things than the last time, so my colleagues are going to say exactly what we used.
So as you can see, we used a lot of different things. Here we have some coil inductors, we have a speaker, some condensators, we have keyboard lines, some PCBs from mouses and from the motherboards. We also have LED lights that actually work from both sides. And
Yeah, also we have the mirror on the top we took from the hard disk. It's where we...
So it reflects and mirror on the wall, who is the best team of them all. Yeah, little joke. And like LED circuit works. So we have a battery and a LED with 3 pins that if I change, it gives different colors. It's same on the other side. So we thought it's going to be like when you have a mirror and of course some lighting, so you look better. And so how does this promote? How do we,
so a picture says more than words, and that's what we're trying to do here. So we're taking a visual step to show them what people can actually do with all their e-waste that they're throwing away. As we did, we made a mosaic that actually, if we put more effort in it, we can make it like an object that you can buy in a store.
Our idea was to make a ventilation out of recycled parts and components that we did get, and made accessories with these, which will be explained by.
Okay, I will talk about the metal base you can see here. All the components here, the capacitors, condensators, and the keyboard buttons are from e-waste, from a broken keyboard, from a broken circuit. We made a simulation here that is storing energy system, like for example the energy is coming from solar panels, and we are storing here of them, and we made a name that it's my school's name. It's called E2, and we have keyboard buttons here. The Osijek school's name is written here, Alpros, and the month and the year 11 and 2025. You can see the metal base is just the whole, and we will continue.
We also attached a 3D printed mount to the metal base to house the fan, which acts as a windmill, and as it didn't create enough current to light up the LED, we ended up taking a battery to space.
We made a simulation of it providing energy from air.
Hello everyone, we're Team 4. The team consists of me, Lana, Antonia, Philip, Jure, and Betty. We've made our project as a design to show and promote sustainability, and I hope that you like it.
So firstly, which materials we used? We used a lot of heat sinks, condensators, and then just copper wires, and some other parts that we took off a computer motherboard, and also 2 computer mice. And over here we also used a couple of computer fans and some parts taken from a computer keyboard.
Alright, so the main message, as is obviously with the themes visible, is stopping pollution in the ocean and protecting the sea life. So, as you see, we have made several crabs, this big one, this small one hiding in the cave, and this medium-sized one, a clam, a bit of coral, and of course a jellyfish. Now we have specifically given the crabs faces to give them a bit of personality and personification, to symbolize, to better make the person watching understand why we should protect it, because they are also living creatures in the ocean, and all of the pollution and e-waste, among other things, is destroying them. Jellyfish's tentacles are specifically spread out in a way to symbolize how much in all of the world's oceans general pollution and waste, and to some extent e-waste, is spread out everywhere.
keycaps on the PCB that we used as a base. As we said on Monday, this is our finished assignment. We did 2 flowers. They're symbolic. This one represents the power of the wind. As you can see, it rotates manually, and this one represents the power of the sun. It's like a sunflower that lights up at night with a switch. We also have the Alter 4 on the PCB that represents the system shutdown when you press it. We used a lot of different parts that my teammates are gonna explain further.
The leaves and the dragonfly is from a transformator, and the copper from the transformator. Yeah.
So it shows the nature. This is an installation that represents the connection between nature and electronics. So renewable use of energy, and that we should use more renewable use of energy. So we did solar and wind energy, which produces one of the most energy of renewable energy. And what you did also.
We took the LEDs, which is basically, if they're on sun, they provide energy, and it's basically meant to be stored in the capacitors, and at night you could turn it on with the switch.
And that's basically it. Thank you for listening.
Ship. For our ship we used many parts from the keyboard, specifically for the bass, for the sails. We also used to write our name of the group. Then we used different types of wires for here and here. You can take a look. We used some capacitors, coil, and we used for our little captain a battery and a screw and some ventilators.
Symbolizes the ship symbolizes the fate of humanity, and our captain is humanity in itself, driving the boats on the seas, because the seas are infinite and it has infinite possibilities, but we need to work together and sail into the best future we can provide to ourselves and our species and our planets. We also have multiple sources of movement and power, like our little propeller and our sails. So we have more ways to go forward if something doesn't work.
Thank you, Team 6. This morning, Team 1 collected 488 points. Team 4 collected 483 points, so just 5 points less. Then the third was Team 2. They collected 455 points. Team 5 was on the 4th place. They collected 406 points. And Team 3 collected 401 points. And the last team was Team 6. Unfortunately, they only had 306 points. That was the morning's hackathon. And for this hackathon, we'll start with 6th position. It was Team 4. We had more people that were evaluating your work, so the numbers points are a little bit higher. So Team 4 collected 864 points. The 5th place goes to Team 2. They collected 876 points. 4th place goes to Team 3. They collected 878 points. 5th place goes to Team 2. They collected 876 points. 3rd place goes, sorry, I made a mistake. So 3rd place goes to Team 5. They collected 907 points. 2nd place goes to Team 6.
Oh my god!
918 points. And now you know the winning team is Team 1. Again! They actually collected 927 points. So 3 challenges. You are doing great. You have great presentation skills, you have nice ideas, and I think you work as a team. And the point of the whole Erasmus project, to communicate in English, to get better in English, to include all the members of your team, to participate in all the activities. And congratulations on that. Tomorrow we are facing another challenge, difficult awarding ceremony with the post-project survey and with the project evaluation, mobility evaluation. And after that, Turkish team will leave and other three teams will continue on the last challenge.
Hello everyone, my name is Tio Vicic. I come from Slovenia and I had the wonderful chance to take part in the Erasmus Go Green project with some of the students from Turkey. Today we achieved first place and I feel very honored to be selected to be part of such a wonderful project, and I can't wait to make more friends and make more new connections in such beautiful projects such as this one.